Ashley from Cleveland Metro Parks Outdoor Recreation, and I'm here to talk with you how you can minimize your impact in the places you're recreating. Come on in and take a closer look. Some of the ways you can minimize your impact is through leave no trace principles. They are a set of practices designed to minimize your impact. And while it's true they were originally designed as a set of backcountry ethics, they are very applicable to our parks in Cleveland. Our first principle, plan ahead and prepare, I'm sure you will guess, is to pick clothing and equipment that is geared towards the activity you're doing, safety, and leave no trace principles. It also means know the rules and regulations of the place that you're going. For instance, did you know that Cleveland Metro Parks mountain bike trails close when they are too wet to minimize the erosion on the trails? Our second principle, travel and camp on durable surfaces. Wear waterproof boots, shoes, or even gaiters that will allow you to be able to stay on the trail no matter how muddy they are, especially during the springtime. Third, be considerate of others. You can do that by knowing the etiquette of the trails you're using. Let's take a closer look. When you're using multi-use trails, no matter whether they have horseback riders, hikers, or bicyclists or mountain bikers, you should know how to interact with these other users. All hikers and bikers should yield to horseback riders, especially since horses can spook easily. So to prevent that, you should reach out with your voice and ask how and where you should step off of the trail, especially when you're coming up from behind to pass. Bikers, as geared quicker vehicles, and this includes runners and fast hikers, should yield to slower users of the trail. So no matter how you're interfacing with these other users, you should always be considerate and thoughtful with other users and reach out to them with your voice. If you're walking on the trail, stay to the right, except for to pass. And when you pass, say, passing on your left, and move through quickly. If you need to step off the trail as the slower user to allow room to pass, you can do so. Let's go back to our principles. Our camera represents leave what you find. And the reason we show the camera is so that you can take pictures and leave those beautiful spring flowers around to flourish and for others to enjoy. That includes not leaving your memories on trees by carving your name, and instead leaving a memory by camera or by art. Minimize campfire impacts. While this one mostly refers to backcountry and camping, you can respect it by only using dead and down branches, not cutting into live tree branches, and only using fire rings when applicable because fire burns the biotic soil beneath. Respect wildlife. All users of the trail should keep a respectful distance from wildlife because it continually stresses them out. This includes leashing your dogs. While wildlife tend to avoid trails, they get stressed by continual reduction of habitat. So leash your dogs. You can use a good rule of thumb by using the rule of thumb. And if you stick your arm straight out and your thumb up and you close one eye, if your thumb cannot cover that animal or wildlife, then you need to back up and give them some more distance. So remember the rule of thumb. Thumbs up. Finally, I have a backpack here so that you can dispose of waste properly. That means packing out the trash you pack in. You might be surprised at how long it takes for some of the trash to degrade, and it also brings wildlife in for a closer look for those food and other wrappers, and it brings them closer to humans. So remember, pack it in, pack it out. Thank you for coming in to Leave No Trace. If you need to learn more, You can look online at leavenotrace.org.